I'm in a good place. I'm not letting people being narrow-minded jerks take away from these pleasant times and everything. Um, this is just gonna be, you're gonna be like, some people will just be, oh, you're just, patting yourself on the back. It's just, I want to share this. You can do things like this too. I just urge people to try to be awesome. And again, memento mori. Remember, we all die. Let's fucking be there for one another. Let's give little spots of light to this place and everything and try to make this a more bearable existence because things can be unforgiving and terrifying a lot of the time and everything. Anyway, just I uh I just had like a positive energy today and everything, and just when I just went to get the kombucha from the grocery store after work, I saw a dude in there and I just really thought his style was cool looking. It actually made me think like I wonder what sort of fragrances he likes since, I like to wear different fragrances and everything. It's with the sensory autistic stuff, when I find something I like, it's like it's so pleasant, and if there's something unpleasant, it's so unpleasant. It just sort of intensifies things. But yeah, this guy, he looked so cool. He had a beanie on, sort of, but it was more like stylish. It wasn't this type. It wasn't like the toboggan. It was like just the one. It didn't have the fold, and it was black. And it may have had like a bill on the back or something. I'm not sure, but it was sort of like this, but without the fold. He had these long, like braided dreads. It was like a hybrid. It's like I could see little braids and stuff at the top, sort of like a whole bunch of mini, like French braids. It was interesting. So like it was a black dude, so he had that hair and everything to where it's like dreadlocks, but some of it was braided. Each one was like intricate, and they like at the top they started like that, and they like tapered and got a little bit more narrow to the tip, and they were like down to here. So he had them like this, how I had it with my hair. Like he had like some were like behind the ear coming forward, and there were a lot on his back and everything. And I just told him, I was like, dude, your hair is on point. That looks fucking cool. Like I cursed in there and everything. I was like, dude, that looks fucking cool, dude. And he was like, thank you. And I was like, yeah, have a good day and everything. Like your hair is long and it looks awesome. But yeah, it's just after that, that didn't stem from this, but after that, it made me think, all these ugly comments and everything. Like, I'm not fishing for them. I really do wish I lived in a place where people weren't bigots, where people weren't ugly. I wish everybody was just normal and accepted one another and everything. But yeah, it was just my mistake. I should have known better. Even though it's not like a true cult black metal group or whatever, it was still a black metal group. It's like the post black metal atmospheric group and stuff. Really a bummer. I'm used to things and people aren't going to get me feeling low about myself or anything, but still I expected more from them, and but unfortunately no. I posted my whole like gender identity mixed with Alcest, Como, Rebi um thing in there with just the cheap AI stuff, the fake art. I'm not a visual artist. I just felt like sort of making something to show, thoughts of mine and everything, how I feel when I'm laying down and everything, just sort of like the soul of a female and everything. But dude, I thought there would be mostly people being like, maybe not congratulations, but just to be like, hey, I wish you the best at everything. This life is crazy and hopefully things go well with that and everything. It was overwhelmingly, it was like 90 something percent just comments being like, okay, dude, you're still a dude, and all this in like fucking just ugliness and everything. So it's like from there, that's not what drove me to give this guy a compliment. But after I did that, when I was walking to the car, I thought to myself, like, I can make this an endeavor of like, sort of how a lot of times when I'm hurting, I have that empathy and I want to help others that are hurting. It's like I can have that machine of turning negative into positive, and I'd like to do that. Now it's like each time, if there ever is a time where somebody's being a bully, being a narrow-minded jerk, um, just find somebody that make it be genuine too. Find someone, be like, okay, let's see, this person, I like their hair. This person, I like their outfit. Just give people little compliments. You never know how big an impact that can make. That could be, they could be having a horrible day and be like, contemplating different things and everything. You never know what someone's going through. And like a little, just the smallest, like, hey, that looks cool, can be like, dude, I really appreciate that. It means a lot, and I'd like to do that. And again, just with this group, this black metal group, now I know better. I'm not going to try to celebrate any of my life moments that have to do with any of this and any sort of. I knew better. It's a black metal group. There are, like, even though you'd think it would be a notch above, like, a true cult, whatever, like, there's a lot of ugly people. That's part of black metal. There are a lot of, like, straight white dudes in their 20s that are incels, that are transphobes, that hate their lives, and I've got to feel bad for them, but they're gonna be ugly. They're going to be like trying to tear others down because they don't like themselves, because they're into all this depressive stuff. And like, there are so many sorts of people. There are so many good people that get depressed, that are like, oh, I don't really think highly of myself, but I still try to help others. I like to. It's like that. You make the choice. Which one are you going to do? Are you going to let it turn you into a bitter person that likes to tear others down? Or are you going to let it be like, fuel your desire to like have others feel better than you are and stuff? But yeah, there's a lot of that ugliness, unfortunately. I made another post just being like, you know what? Can we put our differences aside? Here's an artist I think deserves more recognition. So let's just get past this and everything. Whatever. I won't talk about this anymore. It's unfortunate, all the bigotry here and jerks and bullies and everything. But like, back to the music. Like, we all, people like good music and everything. So there was that. But yeah, I just want to sort of, that'll just hopefully be a thing now. It's like, whenever, just try to do that. Be mindful of that. Like, if somebody's being nasty to me, not only it's hard not to be nasty to them, depending on the words. Like, I want to just, flex my intellect and everything, and just be like, make them feel like shit and make them feel stupid as fuck, and show their low IQ beliefs that they hold and everything, because it usually goes along with that. There have been studies. That's not ableism. I'm not trying to like hate on people that have any disability or anything, but there really are a lot of people that have below average IQs, and it aligns with bigotry, hating people for their race, hating people for their sexuality, like, whatever. That is probably, there's evidence leaning towards like that's a thing. Most people that don't accept people that have this Neanderthal, like, oh, you're different and you suck sort of thing, they're probably just not too bright, and you've got to like let them just sort of soak in their own urine or whatever. But yeah, there are all sorts of cool people and all sorts of people to accept. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to do that though. Yeah, let's lift people up. Like, this life is short. I don't know what happens. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what creates consciousness, what drives different things, like self-awareness and everything like that. A lot of us, we're just wondering things. So, and we don't know what happens after this again. So let's make this a good place to where people feel all right, and more than all right. Hopefully, a lot of times people are like, damn, this is pretty cool. Thanks for being cool, dude. You know? Anyway, love, I hope you feel well often.